Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about extroverted intuition. Extroverted intuition is a perceiving MBTI function that enables the person to perceive a certain level of reality. So it has to do with how the person gathers information. People who have extrovert intuition in their first or second function are intuitives and display certain personality traits. Extrovert intuition means, if you look at how the person's brain is wired, is that they have an alpha brainwave dominance, which means that the person is in a light meditative state, which is very conducive to idea generation. So a person who has extrovert intuition, their first or second function, tends to be good at brainstorming. So they are interested in abstract thought, and it has to do with the future. So because the fact, let's say if you have an alpha brain dominance, is that it is very conducive to this type of activity. So the person, when they're talking to you, can tell that they are jumping from one idea to the next. And extroverted intuition is a function that is focused outward, which is different from introverted intuition. So a person who's extroverted intuitive is about generating more and more ideas, which is the exact opposite from someone who's an introvert intuitive, which are really these type of individuals are looking for the answer. So it's a sort of a different way of perceiving the world. There are 4 personality types that have extrovert intuition in their first and second function. This function can be combined either with a feeler type of function, so we're looking at the ENFPs and the INFPs, or it could be combined with a thinker type of function, which would be with the ENTPs and the INTPs, and they will come across differently. So if, let's say, you're talking about extroverted intuitive with a feeler, they're focused on people matters. So that's their what they're drawn to. Whereas if, let's say, the extroverted intuition is combined with a thinking function, then they're more focused on math and science. So again, you see a split there. Now, examples of extrovert intuitives would be, let's say, someone like Michael Jackson or Leonardo da Vinci. So they are rather well known. There are not a lot of them, but when they are in the public eye, they usually stand out. Or someone like, if we're talking about a thinker type, would be like Sam Harris. I would actually type him as an INTP. In terms of their organizational style, extroverted intuitives are perceivers. So in other words, they're not as structured as judgers. So when you actually talk to them, because they're all about possibilities, so they don't come to a definite answer. So they're the type of people who say, well, maybe this could be the answer, this could be the answer, let's try this. So they tend to be very much about just exploring and trying new things. Whereas if someone is the judger type, even if they're intuitive, they tend to like to have the final answer and get to the point. Whereas you'll see that it's less like that with someone who's an extroverted intuitive. They like to keep their options open. To summarize, extroverted intuition is an MBTI perceiving function, and individuals who have this function in their first or second place are very interested in abstract thought that has to do with the future and brainstorming, because they have an alpha brain dominance, which put them in a light meditative state, which is conducive to idea generation. So they're very much interested in brainstorming. This function can be combined with either a feeler type, so the person could be an ENFP or an INFP, or it could be combined with a thinker type, which would be an ENTP or an INTP. These individuals have a perceiving way of organizing their lives. So in other words, they're not as structured as judges. So these people tend to want sort of an open sort of way of organize their lives. So they don't like structure. They don't like deadlines. They like to keep their options open. I trust that this information was interesting, that maybe you learned something. If you did, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.